Ferrari's poaching of Lewis Hamilton for the 2025 season is the end of an empire. When Hamilton leaves the Silver Arrows at the end of the season, the most successful driver and team partnership in Formula One history will be over. Ferrari will be hoping that Hamilton's driving skills can help them recapture some of that sparkle that made them the legendary team they are. But they aren't just betting on Hamilton. As the Mercedes ship continues to sink, staff are looking for dry land, and Ferrari have managed to save a couple of the best. Today, I'll check out Ferrari's massive new signings that twist the knife in Toto Wolff. It's no secret at this point that Mercedes are being pillaged for staff. Before the budget cap came in, Mercedes were the sport's biggest spenders. They employed thousands of staff across their team to the tune of $500 million a season. Since the budget cap has come in, though, they've had to slim down, and while people losing jobs is never something to be celebrated, the budget cap was necessary for the sport to continue. Since the budget cap has come in, though, Mercedes' signing of new staff has essentially stopped. There hasn't been a major signing for the team for 3 years, but there has been plenty for their rivals of ex-Mercedes staff. Mercedes' high-performance powertrains, the team's engine department, was destroyed by Red Bull when they started their powertrain division in Milton Keynes. James Vowles, one of the most senior members of the Mercedes team, went to Williams, and now Ferrari are taking 2 more very senior members of staff. Ferrari have announced the arrival of 2 key Mercedes personnel who will join them later this year. Engineer Loic Serra and executive Jerome D'Ambrosio will join on the 1st of October and will help spearhead Lewis Hamilton's quest to win a world title with the Scuderia, with the Brit also joining Ferrari from Mercedes in 2025. Serra, the current Mercedes performance director, will take on the role of head of chassis performance engineering at Ferrari. He's previously worked for Michelin and BMW Sauber before he joined Mercedes in 2013 as head of vehicle dynamics, before being promoted to his current position as performance director in 2018. Former driver D'Ambrosio raced 20 times in F1 from 2011 to 2012 and was Toto Wolff's right-hand man at Mercedes. He'll join as deputy team principal at Ferrari, working alongside team principal Fred Vasseur, as well as head of the Ferrari Driver Academy, which boasts the likes of British teen Ollie Bearman. The signing of Jerome D'Ambrosio is a particularly painful one for Mercedes. He covered for Toto Wolff at races that the part owner didn't want to attend, and was rumoured to be gaining experience to become Mercedes' next team principal when Toto decided it was time to step back. He'd only been at the Silver Arrows for a year, so clearly he didn't like the look of what Mercedes were offering him. A Ferrari statement said, "Scuderia Ferrari HP is pleased to announce it is further strengthening the team with the arrival of Loic Serra and Jerome D'Ambrosio, both coming from the Mercedes AMG F1 team. Loic Serra and Jerome D'Ambrosio will both start working with Scuderia Ferrari HP on the 1st of October. The double signing is the latest coup to be pulled off by Vasseur, who has made a positive impact on Ferrari since taking over as team principal at the start of 2023. It was under the Frenchman Jean Todt that Ferrari last succeeded, and under this Frenchman, the team are putting together all the pieces needed to win a title for the first time in over 15 years. The Italian team are also heavily linked with signing outgoing Red Bull Chief Technical Officer Adrian Newey, who will become a free agent in April 2025 when his contract expires. With these departures from Mercedes, the talk around the team of staff looking for a way out won't end. Mercedes has lost a great deal of firepower from the dream team behind their record-breaking dominant run, including design guru Aldo Costa, engine boss Andy Cowell, chief strategist James Vowles, chief technical officer Mike Elliott, and the late great non-executive chairman Niki Lauda. With the architects of its great success between 2014 and 2021 now moved on, the team is trying to find its footing in the ground effects era as Red Bull sweep all before it. This loss of Formula One specific knowledge from Mercedes hasn't gone unnoticed. Toto Wolff has constantly denied that the so-called brain drain from Mercedes has been the driving factor behind the team's decline in performance, but it's hard to avoid the correlation. It got so bad in 2022 that Mercedes went to the UK High Court to try and stop Red Bull from poaching any more of their staff. At the rate people are leaving Mercedes, it won't be long until it's just George, Toto, and the interns in the garage. However, just because Mercedes are continuing to lose staff, it doesn't mean they can stop to take stock of what is happening. They have to continue pushing on and trying to arrest the ever-opening gap between themselves and F1's current top three, Ferrari, McLaren and Red Bull. They also need to be worried about the threat of Aston Martin. If they find some pace with upcoming upgrades and Alonso goes on a good run, then Mercedes could find themselves behind two of their engine customers, which would be a terrible embarrassment for the F1 team and the company as a whole. That work will start in Imola, where they'll bring the second half of an upgrade, which was half-fitted in Miami. Speaking in Mercedes' post-race debrief video, trackside engineering director Andrew Chauvelin explained that the parts performed as expected at the Miami International Autodrome. However, he also admitted that the development rate of their competitors, along with some continued issues with their own car, can make it difficult to see this progress reflected on track. We managed to pull forward about half of our update kit to Miami, and then the other half is going to arrive in Imola, and we are working hard on the future races to try and bring developments to them as well, said Chauvelin. Did it work as expected? Yes, it all looks like it's delivering the performance that we were hoping from the floor. The issue at the moment is everyone else is developing their cars, so you saw McLaren with a big package, and they look to have moved forward, and also the handling issues that the drivers are having to battle with are making it hard to really see all that performance as a straight sort of step forward. This statement is very similar to the things Mercedes have been saying since the beginning of the ground effect era. "We have performance, but you can't see it because of a problem that we haven't fixed," has essentially become the team's motto for the past 2.5 years, with Toto Wolff offering some combination of those words in answer to every question about development since the start of 2022. However, with only half the package fitted in Miami, it is possible that the new parts didn't work as well with the current setup as it will with the completely upgraded car that will be on show in Imola. Mercedes' problem is that they still haven't proved that they know how to solve their issues. The car has been so unstable this season and the previous two, and every time they think they're going to take a step forward, they don't, saying that what they saw in their simulations hasn't matched up in the real world. There are only so many times you can blame real-world physics for not improving before you start to sound a little ridiculous. According to Toto Wolff though, that's no longer the case, and this is the upgrade which will get them back into the development race, rather than sitting stationary as their competitors pass them. "I think we understand much more what is needed to get the car in a better place, because it's so clear now what it does and why we struggle and where we struggle," he said in Miami. "In Formula 1, you can accelerate development and produce the beats, and we're flat out. The design office is all in. The production operations are flat out. The rest has been doing a good job. All of the factories are really in sixth gear in order to bring stuff to the car that we believe can be very helpful." So with the team being in sixth gear and development flat out, should we expect a big step forward from the Mercedes team soon? Well, sadly for the team's fans, Wolff said that actually it's going to take them a long time still. In terms of what they're bringing to the car, you can't really rush it because you've got to get to that point where you say, now it's good to be released into production. And once that part comes, or once it comes, they need to be sorted, so this is a matter of many weeks. Imola may be the race where we finally see Mercedes turn a corner and start to improve, but with more high-profile staff exits and mixed messages from the team, perhaps fans shouldn't get their hopes up just yet. What do you think of Ferrari's new signings? And do you think Mercedes' Imola upgrades will make any difference? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.